Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Come on, hey!
Here's Achane to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Off play action. Gentry. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially to the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Gentry. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
18, rattle.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old?
Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because They feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrell. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18, hide in.
To throw on 2nd down. Harrell. Got a man and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always hard on the have that what he did after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you, get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, Achane. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now they'll shift things around. Finding Williams once more, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Come 19, come 19.
Looking to throw. Harrell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
6-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gentry. Caught. It's Huff. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that's complete to Huff. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Warriors 17.
On first down, back to Achane. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Gentry over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the play fake, Gentry. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Straight ahead with Achane. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance. So not a surprise, but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Slot man moves right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And that one not going to work at all. Boy, the defense all over it. And they blow that up behind the line. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Off play action. Gentry. And that is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Off the play fake. Gentry. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
60 Falcons. Ready.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, it's Achane.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Okay, ready?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Achane.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Viking 18. Dragon 60.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Touchdown! From a yard out.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Harrell flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw again. Harrell.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On the set.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19. Say, hey. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap 60. Street, street. Panther 11, Panther 11.
To throw on 2nd down. Gentry.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
Muscles by at the 25, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Dancing to his left.
That is caught. He'll have the first down and more than that. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Gentry.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll run it. Achane with it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll try and run it with Achane.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Dolphins 31, Lions 10. Jake Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18. On the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Harrell. It's Williams on the catch. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on 3rd down. Harrell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
60 Eagles.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
18 Rattler.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
18, Pioneer.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this one to Hill.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They give to Achane on the option. Now he's loose again.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 20.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Harrell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
That's good for our Lions. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run with Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Harrell. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Go 80. Go.
And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Come on.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into a